Good afternoon. My name is Josie Harrell, and today I'll be discussing sustainable agriculture and its effect on the environment. To begin with, agriculture is the backbone of our society, but it will not be around for much longer if we do not utilize sustainable agriculture techniques. Sustainable agriculture is farming methods that support and expand natural resources while preserving the environment and maximizing the use of non-renewable sources. The main goal of sustainable agriculture is to meet society's present food and textile needs without compromising the ability for current or future generations. If America is not sustainable, agriculture will place significant pressure on natural resources and the environment. Four main ideas that I'll be discussing in this presentation are promoting biodiversity, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, conserving water, and reducing soil erosion. The first topic is promoting biodiversity. Biodiversity encourages a variety of plants and animals to thrive, which leads to healthier soils and ecosystems. A few things that biodiversity promotes is biomass production, nutrient cycling supporting processes, soil carbon storage, pollination, and the reduction of pests and pathogens. Biodiversity is extremely important for animals, plants, fungi, and even microorganisms to work together in an ecosystem to maintain balance and to support life. Dilution is a subject of biodiversity that waters down a substance in plants. It lowers disease chances and regulates populations of susceptible hosts while also inhibiting parasites. Pollination is another subject of biodiversity. Many plant species highly rely on pollinators, so if the numbers of pollinators begin to decline, reproduction of plant species will highly be affected. A few examples of common pollinators are bees, butterflies, moths, beetles, flies, and even some birds. Researchers have found that pollination's contribution to crops is worth well over billions of dollars. However, some people have seen a slight decline in pollination in recent years, and that can be blamed on pesticide use, destruction and degradation of habitats, invasive species, pollinator diseases, and climate change. Bees are a necessity for pollinating plants such as wheat, soybeans, and corn. If there's no pollination, there's no way to naturally reproduce and continue plants' life cycle. So the amount of food supply that America's humans and animals require cannot be met if there is no pollination. So overall, the results of biodiversity betters crops that contain higher levels of nutrients that are a necessity for human consumption. It ensures food security, which provides a big variety of different types of foods in a single area, so that if one type of crop fails due to a drought or other conditions, then others will still be able to harvest and communities will still be able to survive. Biodiversity helps farmers understand and manage diseases based off of data that biodiversity presents. And a few overall techniques of biodiversity is cover crops, reducing tillage, crop rotation, rotational grazing, and land conservation. The next topic of sustainable agriculture is reducing greenhouse emissions. Agriculture produces a significant amount of greenhouse gas emissions, and this contributes to global warming and climate change. Approximately 30% of total greenhouse gas emissions comes from agriculture, and that's due to chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and animal waste. This rate is expected to rise as demand for dairy and meat products continues to strengthen, so farmers have to work together and come up with techniques that will lower the amount of greenhouse gas that is emitted. So cultivation methods that cause less disturbance to soil and also reduce carbon dioxide emissions is one example of what farmers can use. Precision agriculture is the use of technology that optimizes inputs such as water, fertilizers, and pesticides. This reduces resource use, increases efficiency, minimizes greenhouse gas emissions overall. Another big thing farmers could use is renewable energy sources on their farms that significantly reduces agriculture's carbon footprint. a few examples is solar panels, wind turbines, and bioenergy. This provides clean and sustainable alternatives to traditional fossil fuel-based energy sources. The next topic of sustainable agriculture is conserving water. The entire world faces an ongoing issue with water shortages, but agriculture does use and need a lot of this valuable resource. So a few examples that farmers could use to conserve water is drip irrigation, rainwater harvesting, and soil moisture monitoring that enables precise irrigation, ensuring crops receive the necessary water that they need without excess runoff, which would overall conserve water. This minimizes the decrease of aquifers and surface water sources, which maintains ecological balance. Another topic of sustainable agriculture is reducing soil erosion. Soil erosion is a crucial threat to agriculture's sustainability. It depletes fertile topsoils and disrupts long-term productivity of farms and soil. But farmers can adopt erosion control practices such as cover cropping and intercropping to reduce soil erosion. So cover crops is protecting the soil from wind and water erosion while also strengthening its structure and fertility. Intercropping is minimizing water runoff and preventing soil displacement. Healthy soil is needed to support strong plant growth and nutrient cycling. It ensures the long life of farmland, upholding and maintaining its productivity for future generations. So in conclusion, sustainable agriculture acknowledges that agriculture is about more than just producing food, but also maintaining ecosystems in the long run. Sustainable agriculture has several positive techniques, including reducing soil erosion, conserving water, promoting biodiversity, and cutting greenhouse gas emissions. This concludes my sustainable agriculture presentation, and here is my works cited. Thank you.